From St. George to Logan, Utah golfers played a record number of rounds of golf last season. New golfers, old golfers, recreational golfers, and tournament golfers filled Utah's fairways. Among a year's worth of play were 12 major UGA amateur championships. From winter champs to state championships, men and women of all ages were crowned UGA champions in 2022. Welcome to the Utah Golf Association's Year in Review. It was a season of change in 2022 for the Utah Golf Association. With the departure of former Executive Director Jacob Miller, changes were ushered in throughout the UGA office and the Board of Directors. Newly elected President Mike Bailey welcomed Shannon Brennan and Mike Smith to the UGA Board of Directors, and after an extensive search, the UGA Board selected Easton Folster as the new Executive Director. Following Folster's placement, Colin Clausen became the new Director of Championships and Golf Operations, and Chase Hansen was hired as the new Director of Marketing and Memberships. Cynthia Nava was also added to the UGA staff as Membership Assistant in 2022, with Lisa Imamuda as the constant steady in the office as lead of course ratings, finance, and human resources. Even with all the challenges changes bring, the UGA conducted 12 championships, crowning some of the best men and women amateurs in Utah golf, in addition to hosting 9 USGA local qualifiers. My lasting memory of the 2022 Utah State Amateur, bombs hit by Zach Jones off the tee. Zach, you hit it long and you just tore up Soldier Hollow.
Yeah, I mean, when you get up in that elevation, the weather's hot in the middle of summer, I was swinging pretty hard and the ball was going really far. It was a lot of fun.
Was that part of your strategy to just like outdrive your opponents, put pressure on them, have shorter second shots?
Yeah, I think Soldier Hollow, the way it sets up, pretty long par 5s, some long par 4s. It definitely is an advantage if you can cut some of those corners off on the par 5s, reach them in 2. So that was kind of my strategy the whole week, especially on the silver course in stroke play, 6 par 5s. If you can get home on all those, it's going to be a big advantage. So that was kind of the strategy going into the week, and it worked. How was your game going into the State Am? Did you feel like you had a chance this year? Yeah, I mean, the State Am is one of those events I put on the calendar, and I really prep hard for that week, like physically, mentally, my game and everything. So, I mean, leading up to the State Am, I hadn't really done well in a lot of tournaments, but my game, felt good. I always felt like I was ready to have a good week and kind of build some momentum for the college season. You had a good week and a good year. Player of the Year for the Utah Golf Association. Yeah, it's quite an honor winning Player of the Year in a golf association that's got a lot of really good players, college players, and good amateurs. So it was a good year, a good summer, a good week. You got to play in the Utah State Am with your brothers. Yeah. All of them were in match play too, right? Yeah, it was pretty sweet. My older brother Tyler plays for Utah Tech. Cooper plays for Lone Peak, senior in high school. And yeah, we all wanted to kind of make match play and see if maybe we'd match up with each other. We didn't, but it's still really cool having brothers and family, and my dad's been in the State Am a bunch of times, and so it's a really cool tournament that we all look forward to, and it was fun playing together. So looking back, what is your lasting memory of the State Am? Lasting memory, there's so much in that week. You're playing so many matches, so many holes, a lot of birdies, a lot of mistakes. I'd say the lasting memory I have is coming up number 9, the second 18 of the final match against Simon Kwan, and you see all your family there around the green because it's right by the pro shop, family, friends, people watching. And that was kind of a round-changing chip I hit on the 9th hole. It was drivable that day. I was kind of short-sided and hit a nice little chip shot to, kick in for birdie, and kind of really took the momentum into the back 9. I think I had a 4-up lead at that point. But that moment, I kind of looked around and just kind of took it all in. Like, man, this is the State Am in the final match. Just made birdie on the 9th hole. Like, just a lot of fun. That's kind of a lasting memory from that tournament. Doesn't get any better than that, does it? It doesn't. No, it's a good feeling. So you're coming off a State Am title. You're coming off a UGA Player of the Year award. What's in the future for Zach Jones? How do you better that year? Yeah, I mean, college golf is kind of the main focus right now. We're coming into our spring season, which is the big season. I played in all the events in the fall, didn't really play great in a lot of them, but I'm hoping to have a good college season, kind of get my WAGR ranking up, kind of get in some of the big amateur tournaments, the Elite Series AMs during the summer. But the State AM, I mean, it's always on the list every year, and this year being at the Country Club is going to be pretty awesome. So yeah, just trying to get my ranking good, get in as big a tournament as I can, and prepare for the ones that are most important, and hopefully have a good run at the State AM again this year.
Good luck out there.
Thanks.
After two pairs of University of Utah golfers dueled for the previous 2 Utah State Amateur titles, Zach Jones was hoping BYU teammate David Timmons would join him at Soldier Hollow Golf Course in Midway in July's final match of the 124th annual event. Those plans fell apart when Simon Kwan rallied to beat Timmons with 2 clutch birdies in the quarterfinals, but Jones came through on behalf of the Cougars in the end. The BYU sophomore from Lone Peak High School surged to a big lead in the morning round of the 36-hole match play final and took a 4-3 victory over Kwan, a 2021 Skyline graduate who chose the University of California over BYU. Jones stayed on top of the State Am field from start to finish in a performance that propelled him to the Men's Player of the Year award in the Utah Golf Association. A pair of 66s on the gold and silver layouts made him the stroke play medalist. Then only one of his first 5 matches went to the 18th hole. In the final match, Jones went 5 up after 12 holes and withstood Kwan's comeback attempts in the afternoon. The week's most memorable shots for Jones came on number 18 in the round of 32 and on number 9 in the afternoon round of the final match. A quote, pretty amazing unquote bunker shot enabled him to hold off Jacob Wagstaff with a 1-up win. Then in the finals, as Kwan was seemingly seizing the momentum, a remarkable chip shot became one of those classic match play turnarounds. Jones's birdie won the hole after Kwan failed to get up and down from the back fringe on the par 4 number 9 with the tee box moved up. Jones, whose friends call him Z, became the first BYU golfer to win the title since Kelton Hirsch in 2017, following Patrick Fishburne in 2016 and Jordan Rogers in 2015. Jones is a product of a prominent Utah golf family. As one of 3 brothers, he's in between Tyler and Cooper, who made State Am history by advancing together into the 64 golfer bracket for the match play. Their father, Clark, also qualified for the 288 player field at Soldier Hollow.
My lasting memory of the 116th Women's State Amateur is Kelsey Chugg completing the one for the thumb, winning her 5th State Am title. Kelsey, what do you remember about that? What is your lasting memory of the State Am?
Seeing that putt go in on the last hole.
Because you struggled a little bit in that final round. You had some moments where it kind of looked a little iffy, right?
Yeah, definitely coming down the stretch I was nervous and missed some opportunities to win a few holes there, but yeah, held on and to the last second there and was lucky to make that last putt.
How nice was it for you to win it at Ogden Country Club, where you played your college golf and you played a little bit when you were younger?
It was really special. That to me was just probably looking back my favorite State Am, just having so many friends and family there and so many good memories at that golf course. You know, that will forever be special to me.
They say the first one's the hardest to win. Where does this one rank with all of them, and was this one the hardest?
Yeah, I think this one was the hardest. This one for sure. I mean, the quality of players in Utah are they're just getting so much better. You have to go out and shoot under par in every match basically, and it was really difficult. Kept it exciting for sure, but yeah, for sure this one.
Did you think you were going to get this 5th win? Because it took a while. I mean, you won the first 4 semi-quickly, but then you had a little stretch there where you got close. Did you start thinking that maybe the window was closing?
You know, I was hopeful that it would happen, but I didn't know for sure. Obviously, you never know. What I've noticed as I've gotten older are that the nerves creep in a little bit more. So, you know, like I said, I feel lucky to have held on in this one.
You got a couple of nice breaks, one in particular on 18, the par 3, where that ball could have come back down the hill, and it didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
A little luck involved.
very lucky. Yeah. Fortunately, we had some rain that week, I think, earlier in the week, and the ground was a little soft there. So otherwise, that's an impossible up and down.
I know you remember the good shots. Are there any bad shots that stand out? Because there's one that kind of, went out of the bunker.
Okay.
Maybe didn't
All
get
right.
that quite as crisply as you would have liked.
Yes, that was a bad shot that I will never forget. Having was 2 up going into 17 and just basically needed to make a par to win, and hit a poor second shot into the bunker and then just bladed it out of the bunker over the green. And
Bladed it?
Bladed it.
Okay.
I was bladed.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah, didn't hit any sand there, we'll say that. But yeah, going from that over the green, I just wanted to pick up, and I think I hit a couple additional chips after that, and at that point it was just like, I gotta calm down going into the last hole.
What's in the future for you? How many more state ams do you have in you?
I'm not sure. I hope a few. I will try to continue and win as many as I can and try to break some records. But who knows?
Those of us that know you, it seemed like you were kind of rejuvenated this year. You were there, you were close the last couple of years with semifinal and final losses, but this year it just seemed like you were more focused and kind of like the Kelsey Chug of old. Did you feel that way?
Yeah, I did. I felt like this year I had fun playing golf again, and it was a little more, when I was focusing on having fun, it was less stressful, and I tried not to worry about the expectations and the outcomes as much, and I don't know, maybe I'm maturing.
Here's to more fun in the future.
Cool, thanks.
Kelsey Chug, state am winner for the 5th time.
Kelsey Chug's golf ball took a big bounce and struck the flagstick on the number 2 green, settling 2 feet from the hole in what she labeled, quote, a gift, unquote, after having struck her chip shot too firmly. A few hours later, on the par 3 number 18, Chug's ball landed softly enough to stay on the ledge instead of trickling down the steep slope in front of the green, much to her relief. Chug definitely earned her one-up victory over BYU sophomore Adeline Anderson in August's 18-hole final match of the 116th Women's State Amateur at Ogden Golf and Country Club. Yet some degree of destiny may have been factored into her 5th title, an achievement that was made more satisfying by where it happened and how long it took. Kelsey spent her childhood summers in Ogden and played for Weber State, so the 31-year-old Chug really enjoyed winning on one of her favorite courses. Chug aptly described her 5th championship as, quote, elusive, end quote, considering that after her first victory in 2012, she won 3 more times in the next 5 years. Number 5 took 4 attempts, with 2 semifinal losses and a defeat in the 2020 final match. She didn't compete in 2019. The top 8 seeds all advanced to the quarterfinals, although number 8 seed Sarah Salvo's defeat of number 9 seed Grace Summerhays, the Arizona State golfer and 2020 champion, was a bit of a surprise. Salvo, a former New Mexico golfer who relocated with her husband near Bonneville Golf Course, and Yale golfer Sophie Simon, whose parents moved to Park City, proved to be great additions to the field. With 4 former champions in the quarterfinals, some big names were going to be eliminated early. Kirsten Fotu and Leela Nallier lost in the quarterfinals, with Berlin Long beating Nallier in a rematch of the 2021 final. Long then lost 3-1 to Chug in the semifinals, reversing the outcome of their 2021 semifinal match. Tess Blair, the 2018 winner, lost in the semifinals for a 3rd straight year, falling 2-1 to Anderson. Congratulations to the 2022's Utah Golf Association's champions. Tonight, we will also honor the UGA 2022 Players of the Year, Zach Jones, Kelsey Chug, Annette Giotti, and Shane McMillan, as well as our 2022 Service Award recipients, Gold Club Award winner Karen Gardner, UGA Lady Award winner Terry Norman Hansen, and UGA Volunteer of the Year Jim Kaiserman.